Not allowing me, if we did the same thing, and he's responding with whatever full freedom. He can just do whatever, right? So if I go here and I attack, I don't gain anything. So if I'm always moving, you see it. Look how far I'm getting away versus this. Look, what's quicker?
Well, the last move.
The last one, because I get you, I'm already here. Why do I want to go from here to here?
Because you get offline, and with that hand.
But I've also created so much more distance. I'm further away now, right? I could have, so the same amount of energy and time, I could have went here versus you're telling me to go this way, then this way.
But okay, when you do it, what I'm saying, okay, you've done this.
Mm-hmm.
Now I want to go to the side.
Yeah.
I want to get you offside.
Yeah. So you're assuming that I'm going to go again. You're assuming go again. Wow, look at that beautiful flower field. Hit me. Oh, I got hit. Hope you're enjoying the content. If you do, please like and subscribe. It'd be very much appreciated. Also, if you're looking for some custom designed Energy Wing Chun t-shirts, please click in the description below. Thank you again, and back to the video. You're assuming that people are going to look at a flower field, but right, what are most people going to do? Are you going to look at a flower field if I go here?
No, I'm going to.
Yeah, exactly. So what did you gain? The only thing that you lost was seeing the flower field. Does that make sense? Because remember, if it's about efficiency, what's most efficient? Point A to B, right? So is that point A to B? That's point A, B to C, right? So that in terms of the concept is Y, but because you have to move more length. If we were to measure the distance, let's say for me to move say here, from this foot to this one is maybe 1.5 feet, okay? And then I have to strike, assuming that I'm even in position from here to there, that's right? When I could have eliminated that and just struck you here. What's more efficient? Straight ahead. All right, so there is absolutely no gain if you move, right? But that's the truth. We can measure distances. We can even probably say how much energy I've used to get that, right? And even time. All those are inefficient, right? And because the fastest point is A to B, always, right? And the shortest. So if I have a choice, right? And there are times you may move. I'm not saying you never move, but that's not your first choice. Your first choice is always to move your opponent, right? Because because if he's not, like say Griffin's not allowing me, if we did the same thing, and he's responding with whatever full freedom, he can just do whatever, right? So if I go here and I attack, I don't gain anything. I actually put myself out of reach, and then now I'm in trouble. He can pull me, right? So if you did it with Griffin and you try to move sidestep and see if you gain anything. Right? Only if they allow you to do, if you do it, so we do drills, right? If the drill, oh yeah, don't move, then yeah, it's gonna seem great. But everything will seem great, right? But when you allow the person to respond or to counter, most people are not gonna look at the flower field, they're gonna be facing you. So the minute you face and you move, and that's why if you move without a purpose, there's no gain. We're running a sprint race, but you're thinking I'm gonna run a marathon. So you start, right? If you're running slow, are you gonna ever everyone's gonna beat you, right? So you gotta understand what is the purpose of when someone responds back or counters, you have to understand that they're playing the sprint game, right? They're trying to get to the fastest point. And so are you, but you think it's that way to this way when I think it's this way to that way. And distance-wise, if I understand that range, I will beat you all the time, right? Skill might matter. I might be less skilled than you, and you go there and you beat me because I'm less skilled. But if we're skilled, almost same skill to same skill, I will win all the time, right? If I'm lower than you, yeah, you might get me a couple times, but I'd have to be pretty much lower, like pretty far down before you can beat me. Because if you move, most people are gonna face you, right? Especially in a fight, right? They're not gonna go, oh wow, that's so beautiful, that flower field. Right? I say that because the minute that you make a move, as you go from there, I'm gonna face you. The same thing that would have happened here, like your counters or your attacks, would have to occur here. So you didn't gain anything by moving. You might as well stay here, learn how to move move your opponent, or understand how to move them, then to move there, and then you still have to learn. You still have to do it here. Nothing changes, right? It's still the same situation you're dealing with here will happen whether you move all the way around, assuming that I'm following you. But if you're moving and I'm not moving, of course, you're going to win. Right? But if you're moving and I'm always following you, it's not the same scenario will always happen. You have to deal with me or your opponent, right? So that's why if you move, that's why when you move with Dwayne, it didn't work. Yeah. Or what did he do? He just turned at you, and that changes everything, yes. Right? And same thing with Griffin. If you move, nothing changes, right? And so that's why we always teach. You have to move when you have the advantage, not when you want to create the advantage. To create the advantage, you have to find the weakness in your opponent's structure or technique or energy, and then use that to move in on them at their weakest point, right? It's like, okay, if you go hunting and there's a deer out there, right? What do most people do? They sit in that little thing and they wait and they throw corn or whatever and they hope they come. And they wait for days, right? So you're saying that to get the advantage to shoot the deer, when I see the deer, I'm gonna come down on my ladder, I'm gonna run around outside, right? The deer's, right, he's gonna be like, oh, I hear something, right? So you're gonna run around outside, oh, I think I got the advantage. He's probably already left because, right? But if you stay in your thing and you let them eat and you let him eat and then you, boom, you have him because you have the advantage at that point because he doesn't know you're hunting him, but the minute you climb down that ladder and you rustle a few leaves, the deer's gonna, boom, take off. Right, so that's no different than say when you're moving like this way, right? I'm going to be the deer. I'm going to see you. Oh, there he is. Or you move it. Oh, there he is. Right. So you don't want to move. You'd rather move them, and then you attack them, right? Because it's fastest, right? And you're not using any energy. You're moving them, and then when you it's like a shark. When you have the advantage, you prey on them. You attack. Next.